In the last video, we got our introduction to paragraph styles and applying them to this directory text. So I'm going to talk about a couple more advanced features, and we'll play with character styles a little bit so that you'll be prepared for your exercise C assignment, which is several recipes. So especially when you are new to paragraph styles, it can still be really easy to make changes on the text and forget that you already have styles. So the point of styles is so that all these things are consistent. But let's say you had some feedback revisions, you came back and said, okay, well the name should be a little bit smaller. So you can make that change, and notice here in your paragraph style palette, there's now a plus sign next to the name. And if I click on any other line, none of these have any plus signs. So if you hover over that style with a plus sign, it tells you that it has overrides of this, and that the override is you've made the size 13 points. So it tells us right there we can option click to clear it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold my option key and just click on this style, and it will reapply, and it goes back to what it should be. So I'm going to triple click there to select that whole paragraph line, and I'm going to do that again. So now I've got this override back, and let's say in the last scenario, let's say that was a mistake. This time I'm saying, all right, so I'm going to go with that feedback, and I want all these names to be 13 points. So yes, you could double click this name style and change it in basic character formats, or if I right click or control click on this style, I can choose Redefine Style, and it does exactly what it says it's going to do. So it will take that 13 point size and replace the 14 point size that is in that style. So I'll choose Redefine Style, and you can see all the rest of my name styled paragraphs have gone down to 13 points. And what's more, this first one no longer has the override. So I'll bring up that right or control click menu again. And you can see there's other options in here, like you can edit it this way by right-clicking and choosing this rather than double-clicking on the name of it here. And you can also apply by right-clicking, which seems a little bit like too many clicks. And if I'm going to go ahead and put another override on there just to make the menu bigger. So while I have an override and I click, notice there's apply name and clear overrides. So that's the same as option clicking. So if you're somebody who prefers mouse menus, instead of option clicking, you can right or control click and come in here and say apply name, clear overrides, and it will go back without the plus sign to the assigned 13 point size. So typically those plus signs are a tip-off that you have done something wrong. Every now and then there might be a situation where just one thing needs to be bigger, doesn't warrant its own style or even its own character style. Okay, those situations are rare, and they are not going to occur in this demo or in our recipe book assignment. So if you have any plus signs, you need to look and see what that is and make sure that you take care of them. So moving on to character styles, this type of file isn't a great home for them, but since it's the text and content we've been working with, I want to introduce them here before we move on to recipes where they'll have more uses. So I'm going to go to my character styles, and I'm going to remind myself that these have exceptional character because character styles are only exceptions. These are the bold or italic vocab words in your textbooks. They are layered on top of paragraph styles. So I'm just going to do something goofy to prove the point. So I'm just going to highlight some letter somewhere. And I can either click on this and then I'll double click character styles 1, or I'm going to option click And I'll name this Cyan Characters. And before I get to that character color, I'm going to click on Basic Character Formats, and you see there's nothing here. So this really is layered on additional character-only attributes. You can see the same for Advanced Character Formats. It's all left blank. You also notice there are far fewer things here, and there's nothing to do with spacing. There's nothing to do with alignment. It's only things that would be in your character palette, which is this thing over here, whereas our paragraph styles are just things in the paragraph palette, but also the basics of character. So character styles by design are very limited. They're only for those exceptions. So I'm just going to come to character color and just say cyan. And I'm going to go back up to general, make sure this filled in. Again, if you have a full keyboard, that's the one with the calculator style layout by your right hand. I'm going to hold the command key and press 5. Okay. So then I can come out here and I can highlight and apply cyan characters or press command 5 to my Heart's Delight, and anything that's highlighted that has that character style applied will be cyan. So if I highlight one of those characters and go back to my paragraph styles, you notice there is no plus sign. So InDesign's smart enough to know that while these two characters are different colors, this one has a character style, and it's not a mistake, it's not a manual override. So that's why you're not seeing the plus sign, even though this character is different. So to sum up, we've got paragraph styles that go on everything in these types of documents. Character styles are only exceptions. In your paragraph style, if you see a plus sign, that means you've done a manual override and you either need to clear it or to redefine your style so that everything else has the attribute that you've manually changed on that styled text. So next up, we'll go into recipes and we'll see a little bit more how character styles can be useful.